Okay. I hit the button. Poopity doo. Poo poo pee pee caca.
It's a lovely song.
Thank you. I can't think of any more words. Poo poo pee pee caca. Buttholes? Poo poo pee pee.
Buttholes?
Caca buttholes.
This is the sketch portion of the song.
Yes.
Buttholes? What else? What other kind of bathroom words is there?
Bathroom words. That's gonna be the name of the song. Bathroom words.
Runny diarrhea.
Taco Bell
Runny
shit.
diarrhea.
Taco Bell.
I think we could make a great song together.
Thank you. Fuck podcast. Let's go make a shitty song, literally.
It's called Shitty Song.
It's called the shitty song. Boop 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 boop.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 152 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is The Real Portz, and Evil Space Bunny has arrived.
Yep.
You've made it to this podcast.
I did. I arrived. I have done that one thing that is required of me.
Arriving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
actually, that's more like my job.
You do the intro.
Your job is to get ready and research, and I'm just here.
That's true. That's true.
Thanks for that.
I dug around a lot this week. It was a magical adventure of going into Reddit, which I rarely venture into, but I had to this week. I did it for you, listeners.
Lovely.
It for you. Also,
Lovely.
Don't forget, if you like this, please share with your friends, or else maybe I won't go on Reddit
or
no more.
else. We're going to make it so you don't like it. How about that?
Exactly.
If no one likes this podcast or shares it, we're burning it to the ground. Next week, it's going to be
setting it on fire.
Some disgusting content that you're not ready for. Now, if you don't want that to happen, share it with a friend, and we'll know if you didn't.
Set it on fire. Set everything on fire.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea to threaten your audience every now and then, just to let them know where you're at.
Yeah.
And what their role is,
I'll come at you.
I see Twitch streamers do this all the time with their chats.
Yeah.
They call them idiots and
punch them in the face if they don't subscribe and smash that like button and so
on. Come on, only $1. Only $1. Come on, don't be poor.
It's only $5. Etc.
Did you see that? It wasn't what's her name that went viral for this before. It was somebody else that was or maybe it was her. She just had she looked a lot different, but she was I can't fucking remember her name, but she was like making fun of a donation that was too small.
I think it was Bad Bunny, yeah.
And I think people get off on that. Like, they love that shit. That's why they're there, is for shit like that. They like being,
stepped on?
Made fun of and fucking stepped on. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, some people are into it. No shame. No kink shaming
I thought I had several friends reveal themselves as, I think that a little bit, at least, because they were super big fans of Yennefer in Witcher 3. I was like, oh, okay. So that's that kind of person, because she teleports you into the middle of a fucking lake, okay? You can't keep doinking if that's the case, all right? It's crazy.
Look, she just shows her love in different ways, and I'm here
No,
for
that's
it.
not. No.
I'm here for it, Yen.
You can't slash tires in love, okay? That's not how that works.
The more psychotic they are, the hotter they are, baby.
See, but as long as you are, aware that it's all it is. It's a physical, it's like a psychological trap you're in. That's fine.
All right. So, well, you're.
But I get to judge it all I want, for sure.
You're obviously Team Trish, and I'll stay Team Yen. And listeners can yell back and forth and tell us where we're wrong. because obviously they're wrong.
Did you say Trish?
Isn't it Trish?
It's Triss.
Triss. Shit.
That's how much you don't give a shit about her.
Exactly. Team
Trish.
Yen.
I don't know. Trisha. Who gives a shit? It doesn't matter.
Anyway, what did you play this week?
Yeah, video games. I was in front of them. They were in front of me.
Yeah?
And I manipulated them. You know?
Yeah?
With devices that I own.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Just my keyboard and mouse, basically.
Okay.
And actually, some VR controls.
Wow.
So I found out this week, all right? Actually, I did message you about this. Resident Evil 7 and 8 are fully in VR on PC now.
Right. Okay.
And I booted up Resident Evil 7.
How'd that go?
And I think there's some tweaking that needs to be done because it looks a little
jank,
fuzzy. I don't know if that's like limitations or something. The problem with VR and quality, right, is like there is no way to view the footage the exact same way the person in the headset views it.
Right.
It's not possible.
No.
Unless they put a camera in there, I guess.
I mean,
I've never seen anyone do that.
Maybe.
Just stick your phone in the headset, I guess. I don't know, dude. So it's hard for me to tell because I'm pretty picky about visuals. That's why I have the computer that I have. But I don't know if that's just expected because it's like an older game and it wasn't really meant for VR on PC, right? Because there's a bunch of shit you have to turn off anyway, like VSync and like all the aliasing fucking shit. Like, so obviously it's going to look worse than it does in desktop mode, which is fine. But in my opinion, it's worse than people are letting on that do the videos. But then again, they might just be so ecstatic that it's even possible they're glossing over that shit. I have no idea. So, it looks pretty decent inside the house, but outside the house, it's like pretty fuzzy, like the trees and shit. And maybe that's just because the game isn't really made for like the outside environment.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, like you don't probably see that far while in first person and you're.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, it's dark
stuff,
and fucking you're flashing a line around, so it looks perfectly fine in the house. So I might just leave it because it looks fine.
Yeah.
But
just
here's
look
the
outside.
thing.
Just look outside.
Well, you mostly can't once you're in the house.
Oh, fair.
Which is interesting. There's like a lot of basements and just boarded up windows and shit. So I think this game is going to scare the ever-living shit out of me.
Yeah, you're going to break your fucking controllers.
I think I'm going to break my back, like falling over or something. I'm pretty fucking sure I'm going to fall over playing this game.
You're gonna be
like,
old
I had to
man.
brace myself, like one leg in front and one leg in back, like really bracing myself, you know?
Uh-huh.
And I haven't even gotten to anything yet. Nothing has popped out yet.
Oh, no.
I'm just in the beginning part of it.
And
I did end up getting... What's that?
And you're ready that jumpy?
Yeah, because there's a lot of sounds going on, and I don't know Resident Evil 7 that well, so I don't, because I've never beat it. I've never even played it. I've seen a little bit of a playthrough, but I wasn't keeping track of details or anything. Yeah. So I don't know when the scary starts. I'm just over preparing myself, I guess. And yeah, so I got a little sick because there's two modes for this VR mod to exist in. One is you leave it the way it's the normal game is designed, which makes you sick as fuck, in my opinion. Maybe there's somebody that can handle it, not me. Basically, when the character's head tilts for a cutscene, your whole perspective tilts. So it's like you're tilting, but you're obviously in real life you're not.
Oh,
so,
yeah, that's a little rough.
It like follows their view. Like if they're looking in a refrigerator or something, it like goes in there with them. It's really fucking hard to deal with. So they have an option to toggle that off, and I turned it off, but it was too late, so I didn't get super far in before I was pretty sick.
Yeah, that happened in the Hellblade game with all the cutscenes. The cutscenes just fucked me up. Like, you'd be in the ground looking up and it didn't like make any fucking sense, or you'd be like at their feet level. And it's like, why are you doing this? This is bad. This is bad VR right here.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, no.
So, actually, speaking of, so I started taking ginger tablets to try to combat the sickness. I only took half the dose that you're supposed to. So it didn't really do anything, but I'm curious to see if that does anything for me in the future. Ginger's supposed to help with motion sickness, but
okay, I didn't. I actually didn't know that about ginger. That's kind of useful. Okay, so you played.
I was thinking about Dramamine, but I was I was reading a lot of Reddit comments that are like, you're just basically fucking useless all day. Like you're just drowsy and fucking it's terrible.
Yeah. No,
I still might try that one day just to I already can barely go an hour and a half in VR. As if I'm not using the teleport movement, which, by the way, the more I don't use teleport movement, the more I fucking hate teleport movement.
It takes you do get used to it after a while. I think forcing myself to just play VR chat over and over again and stuff,
but
and just casually
the
walking
slow
around.
movement, like the more immersive, like it's so much better. But I get sick faster,
Right, I get it.
So, yeah, I don't know. I went down a deep VR rabbit hole. There's like a VR project called it's a for Unreal Engine. It's called an Injector VR mod, which basically is going to make it so every game in Unreal has the potential to just like flip a switch and be in VR.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
so I don't know how the fuck more people aren't talking about that, because that's huge fucking news.
I had not heard about this, so this is
even
news
if
to me.
developers have to go in and touch it, they can do that so easily instead of having to like work from the ground up to be a VR game.
Okay.
Obviously, those experiences are a little worse. Like Half-Life 2 VR is not anything like Half-Life Alyx, but holy shit, the drought of games in VR, where I'm thankful to fucking have it,
Yeah, no, for sure.
So I'm excited about that. I'm about to have a fucking
VR
just
epiphany?
VR winter, I think.
Okay.
That shit's not out, but one of the things that's potentially part of that shit is grounded VR.
Okay, I did see that.
Wouldn't that be insane?
I don't think I could do it. I think I
really?
Yeah, I'll
Spiders?
Okay, so spoilers are mine. We play Grounded, and there's so much more shit that I did not expect from the very beginning of playing. Yeah, I screamed at the top of my lung cords. I was playing with my roommates, and I literally screamed.
Dude,
they're like,
so
I can't
funny.
understand her. What's happening? What's happening over there? Oh, she died.
I wish I had a recording of the first time we encountered spiders, because it was so scary. God damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll tell you a little bit about it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll have to get through mine so I can hear about that shit. So I have been dabbling in MMOs pretty much this entire year, right? I haven't really committed to anything.
Yeah.
But Lord of the Rings Online is
It's back on your
list. Like it. I think it's it for the next like month or two.
Okay.
It is just I'm just in a Lord of the Rings mood. I would say it's Rings of Power, but it's I fucking can't stand that show. So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that there is nothing Lord of the Rings that I'm interested in right now, and that's bothering me.
Oh, and so you're trying to find your own content for it?
Yeah, that could be it. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a game I've had for so I was looking at MMOs do this thing where they reward you for how long you've, been a member or whatever.
Yeah, your streak or whatever.
Your account creation date even.
Oh wow.
It's like your anniversary in the game.
Wow.
So I have I think I'm about to hit my 12th anniversary in this game, and I have like a total of like 100 hours in the game. Obviously, I was not a subscriber that entire time, but it just made me feel like, man, I should have played more of this shit. Like, so kind of like with Old Republic, how I went back and played that game. I'm going to play a bunch of this game. Okay. And I found out something maybe I knew back in the day and just wasn't evolved enough to give a shit about, but there are instruments in this game that can create real fucking music. Like original music.
Yeah. Okay. You could play
is that a common thing? Or does Final Fantasy have that or something? Because holy shit.
I don't know if I think Final Fantasy has something, but I know Rust does. Rust has actual instruments that work, and you can actually
you can play like a real song.
Yes.
On it? Holy shit.
It was so much fun. Yeah,
That's awesome.
they added it as a DLC, but if you got an instrument from somebody who had the DLC and you don't, you know, you still had access
Oh, that's
to
sick.
it. So you just go raid somebody whose base and stuff and steal all
Steal the DLC from them? That's amazing.
Steal their instruments and stupid shit like that. But yeah, at first, like, there was a guitar. There was always a guitar in Rust, but the note changed depending on what direction you looked and how you were looking, like up and down vertically. And
Wait,
so like
to play a song, you'd have to be like moving violently?
yes. Originally, that's
Damn.
how it was. That's how it was. So I learned how to play music like that in Rust for a while.
Holy
But
shit.
then eventually they added the note system, so it's like actual like real instruments and stuff. So you play with your keyboard and shit like that. So it's a lot different now, and it actually makes music. But before, you would have the hardcore people running around with a guitar, looking like a fucking psychopath, bobbing up and down, and playing a song.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was great.
So I was hanging out in a Lord of the Rings Online streamers chat, and somebody asked him if he was like, hey, are you part of this band? And I was like, oh, you're in a band. That's really cool. He's like, yeah, let me play you something. And it's just like fucking weird folk music that sounds digital. I was like, what the fuck is what? And he's like, yeah, we can play this in game for you. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? Like, so him and like 4 people get together and actually play like they do live performances and shit. It's fucking amazing.
That's cool. That's hella dope.
Yeah. So he's like famous on the server, you know, for being this music guy, which is awesome, you know, because most people just tinker around with it, whatever. But
Yeah.
they take it fucking seriously. They like researched folk songs. They got like a folk writer to like help them write an original song. Like,
That's
it's fucking nuts.
That's fucking tight. That's insane.
Yeah. They're called the Harlequins of something, Lord of the Ringsy probably, but yeah, fucking awesome.
I'm down with that.
My other addiction
Yeah.
is Farthest Frontier.
Oh, it's so good.
I haven't played nearly as much of it as I want to. And my God, there's not a more perfect game that I wish I could play while I was working. But my work computer can't handle it.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean that kind of sucks, but whatever. I there's such a fucking fun thing about being dicked down by a giant raid and then having to start over, and not start over, but really recover. I mean, it got to the point where, because I'm sure, as you know, being on year 100 or whatever, 7,000 now.
I got raided by an army of like 60, and they wiped my entire town clean.
Oh,
So
were they like armored and shit?
Yeah, they were like
Yeah.
fucking decked to the teeth, and I'm like, oh, this is
Yeah.
new, and I'm like, oh, I'm losing. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
So I started
I don't know
over.
how. I think I'm gonna get hit at a point like that where I can't defend myself, but I'm trying to just survive the ones that are coming now, which is like 70 unarmored dudes. And
Yeah.
they have their weapons and shit, but they're not heavily armored. Although they brought a battering ram last time, which I hadn't seen before.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It sucks just watching your people fucking die.
You're like, well, shit.
But then afterwards, you're like, you know what? I have to justify, like, these costs come justified now. Like,
Yeah.
before I was too afraid to spend the money, and now I literally have to, or I won't be playing this save anymore. You know? It's kind of fun. Like, it throws in, like, some thrill to the uber chillaxed experience of that game.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, it's just it is very relaxing. I went back to it today just to kind of zone out while I did some work and caught up with some stuff. It's just the best. I don't know what it is
It's
about
lovely.
city builders.
Put on I don't know if you have any Age of Empires like nostalgia, but even if you don't, I think the Age of Empires 2 soundtrack fits fucking perfectly if you get tired of the in-game music, because there's not that much of it.
Yeah.
It's very good. So yeah, so Farthest Frontier, I think I'm gonna be playing that the rest of the year, honestly, like intermittently.
Yeah.
It's fucking good. That might be my running game of the year right now.
Ooh, okay.
For games that came out this year, obviously.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, it came out this
And maybe otherwise. I don't know. It's so fucking good.
Oh yeah, it came out in August. Okay, yeah. It is. It's really good. I'm actually surprised it came out this year, considering how far along it is.
Yeah, true. I think it launched with a good amount of features.
Yeah. Like, I have another one that I play all the time called Buoyancy, which is like another, it's like a raft city builder. And
Yeah.
it doesn't have nearly as much shit in it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else you play?
So the only other game I played is the
Yeah.
one that you challenged me to play
Yeah.
last week,
Yeah.
called Lost in Vivo.
So good.
I'm a little disappointed in myself because I didn't write down notes.
I just remember you coming into my stream and you're like, what the fuck is happening? What is happening?
I remember a lot about this game, though. I mean, it was only a couple days ago that I played it, but
Right.
or a day ago. Is it only a day?
Yeah, it's only been a day.
Time is a motherfucker. One day at work seems like a week.
Honestly.
Yeah, so Lost in Vivo. I had almost no expectations of this game other than I knew what the graphics looked like. And
Right.
you told me the definition of Vivo last week,
Yeah.
which doesn't really explain the game as much as I thought it would.
Okay.
Or maybe it does, and I'm missing some
Well,
key piece.
okay.
So for context, I got the good ending.
Yeah.
I don't really know what that means because I didn't look up the other endings.
There's a whole other side.
It seems like there's like a collection of endings.
Yes.
That are beyond almost the good ending. Like the good ending is like the bare minimum almost, right? Is that what am
Yeah.
I reading that right?
Yeah.
It's like the other stuff it requires you to do extra stuff. Which is funny because usually you have to work harder to do the good ending. And in this, it's like you have to work harder to get the bad endings.
Yes. Well, it's not necessarily bad. It is perspective based. So
Sure, but the achievement is called bad and worse endings.
Yeah, I guess that's true. There is a bad and a worse ending if you don't, save your dog. But there is, so I'm going to replay this because I do know that there was new content that came out after I played it.
Oh.
And
like in the mainline game?
Yes.
Oh.
And so there's also a whole nother game mode in this. So there's a secret hidden game mode where it turns into almost like a...
Is this the nightmare or the dark mode thing?
Yes. So there's
Okay.
a couple different modes and stuff like that, and you find the tapes. And, but yeah, there's a whole lot of
the
stuff.
tapes weren't in it when you did it?
No, the tapes weren't in it when I was... I don't think the tapes were in it when I first played
shit.
it. So
So
those are new.
The tapes are, they seem kind of separate.
Yes.
They confused the shit out of me. The first time I loaded a tape,
Yeah.
the animation is such that it's not easy to tell what's going on.
Right.
So you load the tape and then it's like a blank screen. I was thinking it's a tape, right? It's audio. Nothing happened except there's a dog squealing in the fucking background.
No.
So I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to?
Yeah.
But also it's like this super... Is Grindhouse appropriate here? I don't really know what that is, but it feels Grindhouse as fuck.
Yeah, it's very Grindhouse as fuck. The dark mode was new, and then, but midnight mode is the one that I was talking about. And, like, you just go around and you kill enemies with a sword. And it ended up leading to his new game, or their new game that they did, Kira did.
Okay.
So, but yeah, there's like a bunch of hidden shit in this, and people are still finding stuff for this game. There's so much stuff hidden within this game, and that's what makes me want to replay it, because I was watching somebody's video. I'm like, wait, what the fuck is this? And they're like, oh yeah, Lost in Vivo. And I'm like, this is Lost in Vivo? This isn't the same fucking game that I played. So, I have to replay it this year.
I would like to say that I think it's a great fucking game.
Yeah. You liked it?
I have no interest in exploring it.
Understandable. What did you
That game is an assault on the senses, kind of like Hellblade.
A little bit, yeah.
It's oppressive. It wants you to like hate the experience, kind of.
That's yeah.
And I do a little bit.
One of the things that Pyrocynical talks about in his video about it, because I think he has like a deep dive hour-long video of it.
Sure. Oh, I kind of want to watch this actually.
I'll send it to you.
I don't think I've ever watched I don't think I've ever played a game like this, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's how I found out about it, because he doesn't spoil too much, but he does like in depth a lot.
Oh, I want like a full fucking
It's good.
spoiler.
It's
thing.
good. It's
Okay,
still
all
good.
right.
And so he talks about how this game literally will kick you and keep you down, and then there's going to be enemies that walk past you and traumatize you for the sheer fact that they're there and they don't do anything else.
Fucking maybe we should do a spoilers on this, because I want to say everything that happened in the game basically.
Okay, yeah, I can. How about I replay it again within the next couple weeks, and we can record a spoiler with this.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even want to mention the enemy type that affected me the most, because if you haven't played the game, you should fucking do it, because I bar none has the scariest concept for an enemy ever. And it's not unique to this game, but I think it is unique to this game within gaming. I don't think I've ever seen a game do it before. So
is it the type it in Discord? Type it in Discord for me.
Well, I don't remember how to say the name. I'll say the name because it doesn't reveal anything. But it's okay. I'll type it to you. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Fuck, it's so hard to talk about. I'm gonna move on because we have to.
Yeah.
We'll do a spoilers episode, but by the way, before you listen to that episode, listeners, you should fucking play that game, Lost in Vivo. Fucking play that shit. I don't care how you get it. Just fucking get that game and play it before you listen to it, because it is. Like I said, I don't want to play this game anymore. But I found myself go, wow, that was fucking clever a lot. Like,
yeah.
It's a fucking just really goddamn good game.
That's how I felt about Convenient. I haven't felt like, wow, a game fucked me up a lot, except for Convenient recently.
Yeah?
Lost in Vivo fucked me up real
Did you play this
good.
when it came out in 2018? Or?
I played this in 2019 or 2020. I can't remember.
Okay.
It's been
a while ago.
Yeah,
though.
it's been a hot minute. Yeah. So I definitely want to replay it, and I'll probably just replay it on streaming.
What a fucking good job. What a fucking good, both to the maker of the game and you for picking it for me, but fucking holy shit.
I told you, it's a good fucking game.
I believe you now.
I have played it. I told you, I have played a lot of shitty games.
When I watch you play horror games, I fall asleep a little bit, because you play a lot of weird ones, and you're trying to beat 100 games this year, so I'm like, whatever. Fucking throw away. Who gives a shit? That game, holy fuck.
That game
oh
is
my
good.
God, dude.
That game was good. Yeah, that game, 10 out of 10. 10 out of fucking
very,
10.
very, very good.
Okay, my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, so I didn't play a whole lot this week. I'm going to go into the two games I did beat. A new Chilla Arts game came out right on October 1st. And it is called The Bathhouse. You are a person. I couldn't figure out their gender. Pretty sure you're a girl. And this plays like a movie. The thing that I love about Chilla Arts games is they play like a movie, and shit doesn't hit the fan until it's too fucking late, right? That's how it was with the Coffee House game. That they have. You're making coffee and you're like, I know I'm supposed to be getting stalked and something bad's gonna happen because this is a horror game. You have that like whole like mentality the entire time, and until shit hits the fan, you're just having to go through the motions of it and watch this like movie and play this movie unfold. And so that kind of what happens with this game. So like your first character that you play gets God. And you're like, what the fuck? And then the sister comes looking for her sister in the town that you were previously playing. And so you're trying to put the pieces together of what happened to you in your final moments from the previous playthrough. And it's crazy good. I love Chilla Arts games because they look fucking demented and just fucked up. And they're really scary. they're also slightly clever with getting me sometimes because, like, there was one time where I was just, like, sitting there, and I was sitting there. I'm like, where's this bitch coming from? And then I was like, I was getting annoyed, so I was getting up, and then she was, like, right next to me. And I was like, fuck, shit! And I was so mad. I should have expected it, but I didn't expect it. Scared me. I got the shit ending. I think I'm going to replay through it and try to get the good ending. Because I missed, like, one thing. The other game I played was Papo Yo, the platformer that you suggested for me last week.
Yep.
It's a monster. It is not a horror game. It is just a sad, depressing game about a little boy uncovering the shit that his father did, and he's a raging alcoholic. And I'm going to spoil the ending on this one.
Yep, please do. I don't think anyone should play that game because it's not that good. But
it wasn't. It wasn't the greatest. The platforming at time was pretty jank, and then the monster.
Yeah. I mean, it is. Like, I would say it's like, other than the subject matter, it's like a summer of arcade Xbox 360 kind of game.
It's very
Xbox
360 air.
Yeah.
And
which is where it's from, by the way.
Oh, is it? That makes sense. Why it's so jank.
Yeah.
It's like jank, but not in a good way. And
it's jank in a AAA way, which means that they followed it like a box formula. Like, this is what people want in video games.
They want motions, feelings, little boy.
They want
Lola.
a bunch of icons showing them what to do, and like, yeah, I don't know. Well, it doesn't show you what to do, but I don't know. A lot of the prompts in that game I felt like didn't really fit in the world, you know?
No, it didn't fit in the world. There were certain things that I liked that were pretty clever with, like, the art design and, like, the movement of some of the objects and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, this one's gonna bounce, this one's gonna fly when I move it, etc., etc. It's very cute. And in that sense, but anyway, so you slowly uncover your father obviously murdered somebody, and then he drinks himself to pretty much death, and that's what I gathered from the end. And the whole end is you're setting up the monster to basically let him go. And so you dump the monster into the void of, like,
Jesus
nothingness.
Christ.
Yeah.
Wait, do you kill your father?
I think so. In a metaphoric way.
God, dude.
You basically just, like, let him go. You just, like, get the fuck.
Yeah.
You get out of my life.
I thought that was a fun depiction, though, of like a
raging alcoholic.
A fun depiction of something that's not fun, which is like a relationship with, like, every kid.
Yeah.
Starts out wanting approval from their parents, right?
Right.
And just affection and all that shit. And I thought it delivered on that line, like, really well, because you want to ride that line of, like, I want them to, like, be, like, proud of me, but then also tonight's really scary and they're being pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And it's sad as fuck for that reason, obviously.
Yeah.
But a really good attempt at telling that story in a metaphorical way in a video game. A soft metaphor. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, it's very soft.
It's not. It's very blunt about what it is.
Yeah. I thought it was good in that sense and stuff, and I was just like, okay, well, fuck that, whatever, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's not fun. Yeah, I get it.
It was okay.
I can't believe you beat it. Holy shit.
It was only 3 hours, so it wasn't that long.
Damn, was I, like, damn near the end when I fucking played it? Holy shit.
I don't know. We got to the temple, and
funny.
then we went to see the shaman. And
or maybe I just got stuck on a bunch of puzzles and I was like, fuck that.
There was one puzzle that we got stuck at, but because I didn't have something in, like...
Oh, wait, Steam has that thing where you can see when you last launched a game, right?
Yeah, it does. When you last played it or whatever.
I wanna see when I played Papo Yo.
Papo Yo.
2013.
Holy shit.
I'm a different person now.
Jesus Christ, you're like...
That's crazy, dude.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, so I played Grounded also this week. So the official launch happened.
This is the game I should have picked for you. What the fuck was I thinking?
Grounded? I mean, I had already played it before.
You had?
Yes, I had 8... No, I had like 6 hours before I played recently.
What?
Yeah, I played the very beginning. I played at launch. Early access launch.
Yeah, so did I.
I played early access launch, and I didn't remember
I don't remember
a
us
whole lot.
talking about that. Interesting. Okay.
I suggested you play Grounded.
I know, but I thought that was just because you saw what it was and thought I would like it. I didn't know it's because you played it.
I played it, yeah. So
maybe at the time I knew. I don't know. My memory's
You're
going.
drunk.
I'm 30 now.
Yeah,
I don't know what
30.
the fuck anything is.
Just keep drinking, Grandpa. Anyway,
My coworker said I'm on the like down slope of my life, and I was like, yeah, dude, I'm freaking the fuck out right now, dude.
it only gets worse, I promise you. Anyway.
I can't wait. I'm embracing the shit out of it. I'm already ready to be a senile old man.
You're ready? Baby can take care of you. She's like, we're only 40, honey. Shut the fuck up. Wait, I can't see.
These damn squirrels. We don't have a yard. Shut the fuck up.
Shit. So we played Grounded. It was me, Phil, and Zach, my roommates, because they've been wanting to play it, and so I was like, all right, it's fully released. Let's actually do this. I forgot a lot of stuff. And so there was like a whole new intro for it, which was beautiful. It was really well done.
Don't spoil that shit.
I'm
We
not
haven't
spoiling
played it yet.
I'm not spoiling it. It's really good. That's all I'm going to say for it.
I heard there's like literally cutscenes now.
There's so many cutscenes, and
that's so cool.
It's really cool. So the whole beginning cutscene and stuff like that, you get to find out stuff. And there's a whole ton of creatures and shit like that. And
like new ones?
Yeah, so like there's like a bunch of bad guys. Like I didn't know there was like fucking mosquitoes and like all these other fucking things trying to murder me.
Oh, you're saying new from the perspective of someone who hasn't played since launch.
New for me. New for me. Yeah.
I'm curious. There might be some new ones for me, but I'm not sure which.
I don't know.
But mosquitoes are definitely in it.
Spiders. Yeah. I knew spiders were originally in there. Ladybugs, obviously ants.
Spiders act way differently now, though. Those motherfuckers hunt you, dude. Like, holy shit.
So this is what happened to me. I was going and getting clay because Zach needed clay because he's base bitch. And Phil was figuring out stuff.
Zach, my man.
Yeah, Zach is base bitch, and he's good base bitch. And then Phil's trying to figure out stuff, so I was letting him run around, get food, and figure out stuff. So I was getting clay, and I saw spiders because it was night. And I was being super careful, and I saw spiders, and I was like, oh, I gotta pull back. So I pulled back, and I'm like looking around me constantly, and I lost one already. And all of a sudden I turn around, and he was like, he had somehow figured out another way to go around where I was, and I was like,
could you explain where your base is? Is it possible, you think?
It's literally right next to the laser thing at the very beginning right now.
So
we got our first. We just we have our first base down, and I was over by the water to like the southeast. And
the koi pond?
Yeah, no. Towards the house. There's a bunch of like muddy water over there, and
yeah. That's where the clay is. Yeah. Gotcha.
So I was getting clay and shit like that, and there was a bunch of spiders over there, so I was like avoiding them and shit like that, and fucking he snuck up on me, and I was looking everywhere, and I'm really good about like knowing my surrounding, but he just fucking was like a ninja spider and just was like there, and I was dead. I was like, I literally screamed at the top of my lungs because it scared the ever-living piss out of me.
I love it. Yeah.
And like
those fucking spiders. Whoever codes those spiders is a fucking dickhead.
A fucking huge dickhead. Jesus Christ.
But really good job. Holy shit.
Yeah, everything about it is so good. There's a lot of things that I love about it. There's a lot of more D&D references I noticed. There's armor classes now and stuff. One of the armors generates threat, so you're a tank. Like, you're an actual tank. And a couple other things in there that have just been nice, cute little touches. And so we've just been slowly going through the story. And we're probably going to play again this weekend together. So.
Hell yes.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's awesome. There are, like, bosses and shit now.
Yeah.
And, yeah, there's some cool shit in that game. I fucking love it.
I'm excited to see.
I love that game.
I'm excited to see the end, too.
It's one of those games where I think I'm going to play it, like, just an abnormal amount over the course of its lifetime. Like probably 1,000 hours before I'm done with it.
Jesus. Yeah, it
Yeah.
also looks really...
I mean, just if they keep updating it, I mean, even if they don't, though, I want to replay it even with nothing, you know?
There's so much shit
it's just,
in the game.
It just clicks on every level for me.
Yeah.
And it's the game that convinced me that survival games aren't dog shit.
Aren't always dog shit. Yeah.
I mean, this one obviously is a rare thing. I think it's fucking amazing. Like, it's so polished.
Yeah, it's very polished. Obsidian did a really good fucking job on this.
So good. Have you clicked the credits button, by the way?
No, I haven't. I'll have to check that out
You
next
should
time.
do that.
Okay.
Because it's a credit song by Mark Riboulet, if you know who that is.
Mm-mm.
Oh, he's like the improvise music guy on YouTube.
Wears
a bathtub.
Yeah.
No, he wears a bathrobe and shit.
Get the fuck out of bed, go, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he did their credits song, and
that's
it's fucking
awesome.
great.
I did not know that. Okay.
I didn't know that until literally today, because I had never clicked on it. But I was watching a stream today, and someone clicked on it, and they're like, "By the way, here's this." And I was like, "What?" I didn't know that, because why would I click on the credits button?
Yeah, I never click on the credits.
But it's so good.
I'll definitely go give that a look. That's fucking awesome. Okay, so that's what I played this week. Are you ready to do some news?
What a good fucking week of gaming we
had.
had.
It's a good fucking week for gaming for us. Absolutely.
Let's do news. Did news also have a good week or no?
News had an interesting week. Besides all the fucking drama that's been happening still on the internet, who gives a fuck? Some dream kid revealed his face to 20 million people in less than 24 hours.
I heard that was kind of commercialized and weird.
It was super commercialized. He did he's good at marketing. He is I will say this. He's a genius at marketing.
Stop.
On what?
Already. Not you. Him.
Oh,
like
him.
People.
Yeah. I mean,
stop. Be more like Markiplier. He's
chill.
Very successful.
Yeah.
But not cringeworthy in like a marketing way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, Markiplier's old school, and I don't think like you can ever do that success as Markiplier like that again.
Well, not the same way.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't think you have to do the hyper commercialized. I think the hyper commercialized thing is easier.
Yeah.
Because it's devoid of art. Like, I fucking hate it.
I mean, it's I don't like it, but it's not like gonna upsetty spaghetti me, if that makes sense.
I mean, I'm not upsetty spaghetti. I didn't even know who he was.
Oh, he's just.
But I bothered.
The biggest Minecrafter.
I know who he is now.
Oh, okay.
But I'm bothered that this is how I found out who he is, because it reached me, right?
Wow.
Which is his goal. He
Yeah.
wants to reach people that didn't hear about him, right?
Right.
So I guess I'm proof it worked.
Yeah.
But it annoyed me. I'm never going to fucking watch this kid.
He looks like a fucking.
I want to join an anti-Dream Reddit group now. Like, there were 25,000 people tweeting, "Put the mask back on," and I thought there was COVID news. But it was his stupid face being compared with a bunch of cartoon characters.
Yeah.
And I almost joined in because I was tempted.
Just be careful, because those Minecraft stands will come fucking full force at you. They will fucking try to destroy you. They're fucking crazy. He has insane fans. Like, insane.
Weird.
Like, Hassan even shitted on it, and, like, he's like, oh, okay, whatever. And, like, I just saw his fucking thread, and I was just like, oh, be prepared, Hassan. Your fucking chat is going to be filled with madness for the next
You're next.
week. Pretty much. Sippy. So, this week, there was a couple things with Sony that I do want to talk about real quick. They announced a new game coming to the PS5. Actually, it's not a new game. It's just Horizon Zero Dawn. Why are they remastering shit? They're remastering this one, The Last of Us, and The Last of Us 2? Like, are they having a hard time?
I'm so uncomfortable with these words being used with the word remaster.
Are they having...
Last of Us? I mean, Last of Us, maybe. I mean, I guess that was a while ago. But it's like, these were...
I don't understand why they're bringing...
It's not long enough.
No! It's
Wait
not.
15 years minimum for a remaster, please, Christ.
Yeah, it's just so stupid.
It's really just a glorified re-release, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
because they're just milking that money. They're like, oh, the other,
which is fine, but call it that.
Stupid. Anyway, but speaking of PlayStation 5s, apparently,
can you not play Horizon Zero Dawn, the original on PS5?
I don't think it is port forwarded, so I don't think you could play your PS4 version on the PS5.
Huh. All right.
Yeah.
You know, I read an article about this actually. It was worded stupidly because it's an article, but basically it was
it Kentucky?
to the effect of no, some fucking no name, whatever the fuck. But they're like Bloodborne fans are upset about the new PS5 port news or whatever the fuck.
People were fucking on Twitter. That's all people were. They're like, why are they pushing?
And it makes sense. Like
this.
No one has asked for Horizon Zero Dawn to be remastered. 0 people so far. Even Horizon Zero Dawn fans.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck? We just
Bloodborne fans have been saying things, which you might think, well, fans don't always get what they want, but where there's Reddit posts, there's money. I mean, just make the fucking release it. I'll buy it on PC. I'm not even gonna play it, Sony. I'm not even gonna play it. You don't even have to give me the files. I won't even download it. I won't even take up your bandwidth. Okay? You don't even have to release it. Just let me pre-order Bloodborne on the PC.
Yeah, it was funny to watch people get fucking tilted over this. It was like, okay.
I will give you money to not release it on PC. But to tell me you will and then don't. That's fine. I will just give you $60 and I will forget about it, but I'll be happy because you listened.
It's like the shit that happened with Final Fantasy. I had a pre-order for Final Fantasy on Amazon for like 5 years. And then it took them forever for them to refund it to me finally. I was like, hey, can I just get a refund on this? Like, you took my money.
My Guild Wars pre-order at GameStop lasted like 6 years or something. Because Guild Wars 2 took so long to come out.
Yeah, I remember.
It did come out, though. Bloodborne.
It did. It's true. Eventually. Sort of.
Yes.
Kind of.
And it's really good. That's another MMO that I'm like, fuck. Josh Strife Hayes keeps doing videos on it. I'm like, damn it. It's in the line. All right? It's in a queue. Okay? I can't. Not yet.
You're only so much.
Because that's another MMO I bought that didn't spend enough time in. But I want to.
I only played the first one. I never played the second one at all.
I hear the first one was fucking amazing. If it was still, or is it still possible to play that game?
I actually do not know. That's a good question. That's
because that would be really cool. I've heard some amazing things about that game. I'd like to try it.
I played a lot of it and I made money in that game. That was the money. That was my money.
You told me. I think you told this story on the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, the 55 monk. Yeah, I made the monies.
That's awesome.
The monies on my dial-up's internet. Anyway, also speaking of PS5, apparently people have found an exploit so they could jailbreak them now. You're welcome. Go find it.
I saw a Twitter video about this, and the video didn't show me anything that was interesting, so I don't understand what. I've never jailbroken anything.
Oh, okay.
What does that mean?
So basically, you go around their firmware and their software.
The OS.
And,
so it's you can install something else on it?
You install a custom OS usually over it.
Oh, who cares? I have a computer. Who gives a shit?
I mean, with phones,
right?
With phones, it is. I like it on phones because then I don't have to deal with like Samsung's bullshit when I jailbreak my phone. And so it.
What is their bullshit exactly?
I don't have to deal with like their app store and all that other shit that comes up, and like I get a lot of fucking ads. Like I haven't jailbroken this phone, and I forgot how fucking tedious it is because I get a fuck ton of ads from their store, and I'm like, fuck off. And it just drives me insane.
Ads like delivered, like notifications.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Really? What phone do you have?
I have the S21 Ultra.
Oh, you have the Ultra? Zach just got that phone. I'm looking at it.
It's really fucking good.
I have a different one, but also when I had an Amazon phone, so I had a phone that was tied. It was a Chinese phone, and it.
What?
Yeah, so I bought a phone from China, and it gave me Amazon ads as part of the thing.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Why did you buy an Amazon?
Because it
phone
was
from China?
$300 and it was the best. It was one of the best.
Can't you get it like one of the shitty Pixel phones for like 400?
Well, it was better than the Pixel. It had like 16.
Oh.
It had a ridiculous amount of RAM and one of the best processors for phones at the time.
Okay. All right.
I think it had like, I can't remember. It was something insane. It was like 4 or 5 gigs of RAM at the time.
But then you get the fucking Chinese spyware on your phone.
I just
dude.
rooted it and it was all gone. I installed the
Alright.
custom OS and I just wiped everything off of it. And I was like,
so much work. Holy shit.
bye. I was really good at it, but now not so much, and I'm just lazy.
Yeah. Isn't that fucking crazy how fast those skills dissipate? Like, I used to
Oh,
mod
yeah.
video games. There's zero chance I could do that today.
I used to do terrible.
I mean, I could,
Yeah.
but I can't, like, I don't have the time to dedicate. I don't want to,
Yeah.
you know?
No, I don't have the time or the dedication for it.
Like,
anymore.
there's so many cool things that other people are doing that I'm like, hey, you guys do it. It's,
right,
it's fine.
Right.
Now that it got, I'm not going to say commercialized, but kinda. Nexus fucking charges, you know, for their downloads and shit.
Stupid shit.
At least I bought into it.
True. True.
And it's just way easier to just wait for someone else to do it. It's fucked up, but it's true.
It is so fucking true. Okay, so also another thing that I wanted to talk about was Ludwig's new brand with his friends Atriox stands, and out of all the people that I'm kind of surprised that they hang out with, Nick fucking Allen. Do you know who this is?
No.
He worked at Twitch for a long time. He worked at Twitch before he quit there, and then I think he works at also he worked at Riot, and he also worked at somewhere else. Like one of the groups, one of the MSG or fucking goddamn groups. Anyway, so
MSG, like the shit they put in my Chinese food?
Yeah, the shit they put in your Chinese food to make it taste good. It's not just Chinese food that does it. Spoiler alert, a lot of restaurants put fucking food in there.
Yeah, no shit, but it's the most recognizable fucking thing. What else do I say?
Fair enough. I think it's a counter.
Fuck off. God damn, it's a... All right, it's fine.
It was a Counter-Strike shit show. I can't
Don't
remember.
you goddamn dare. Actually, me.
Actually, it's in a lot of it.
CLG/MSG. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I'm pretty sure
I
it
guess
was a
it's
Counter-Strike.
pro sports
Yeah.
something fucking... All right. Or esports?
Esports bullshit. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, he worked at Riot. He worked at Twitch. And now
This guy looks exactly like a youth pastor that I used to have.
kind
dude.
of looks like a creepy youth pastor. I kind of agree. He looks
does,
so odd
yeah.
out of the three of them. Like if you look at all three of them,
He looks like he
looks like
definitely
the dad.
behind the
he
camera.
looks like the dad. He looks like the dad of the group. And
Yeah. Just don't put him in front of a camera.
But yeah, I mean, Ludwig has been talking about his retirement from streaming for a while and stuff. So as soon as his YouTube contract is probably up, he'll probably stop streaming as much. But he wants to basically, with his brand and his friends, want to create big shows for other streamers and stuff like that. Like XQC was their first trial by fire, where XQC ended up being late to his own show.
I don't know. I've never had a career like Ludwig's. I
Right.
don't know if you guys know this.
Yeah, I don't
But,
think most people do. No offense to anyone.
It's hard for me to imagine giving up on-camera shit to do behind-the-scenes shit.
I mean,
Because behind-the-scenes shit is so boring to me.
so it was really funny because he was talking about it on his stream the other day. He's like, I used to think I was the funny streamer, and then somebody told me, oh, I go to this streamer to watch them because they're funny, and then I come to you to learn. And he's like, I was slightly...
But that's not true. I mean, it's true for that guy,
Right.
but
It's
he
not
is,
for everyone.
like, entertaining.
He's very entertaining.
It's not that he's not entertaining. Yeah, he's not funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's that funny. He's a little funny, but yeah.
Yeah, he's...
It's just entertainment. It's not necessarily comedy.
Right. He's very creative, and he knows what creators need. So, like,
It's true.
him being able to help, like, XQC make, like, his his Juiced show, where it was basically like a Nickelodeon's TV show, you know, from the 90s. And so he worked on that. I watched the stream with XQC. It was pretty good. It was pretty good watching XQC out of his element. It was a little awkward at times, but yeah, it's kind of a neat concept. But they may not just not only do streamer stuff, they may also get involved with actual games too. Because they're going to do any kind of content that they can. Which is fucking crazy. So more people getting into like making more content in other ways. I don't know. I think it's cool. I'm excited to see what comes of it. Him and Jay Schlatt also released a fucking huge amount of like... So, you know how classical music falls into the fair use category, where it's not DMCA-able, but what makes it DMCA-able?
Yeah, but the copyrights are so old that it's like they're not really enforceable anymore. Right.
But if somebody else does it and broadcasts it, that's what makes it DMCA-able, is the quartet that records it, basically. So him and Jay Schlatt hired a fucking quartet that does movies and shit like that to do like 9 or 10 songs that are all classical, and now they're all free to use. They're fucking out of control right now. They're fucking insane. I'll have to find that video and send that one to you.
That's kind of great. I actually didn't know those. I assumed those were fine.
No, I mean, sometimes it's like that gray area. If Google can't, if like I've used it in YouTube videos.
They're just playing it safe, right?
Yeah. So like.
They're just like, take it down.
Yeah. Where it gets like DMCA'd and shit like that. So, the last thing I want to talk about today is the biggest news this week, and there was just so much tears on the internet, and I felt bad at the end jerking off to this, but at the same time I'm not entirely like surprised, and that's Google Stadia shutting down. We talked about how bad this was, and it wasn't just us. There's a lot of people saying how bad this was, like a bad idea to begin with. How very unorganized Phil Harrison was with going to developers and other people trying to get onto this streaming service.
Plus, there was that Alex Hitchinson tweet.
Wait. Which one?
Alex Hitchinson was the guy that said that he was like basically saying like, if you don't believe in Stadia, you're just ignorant of the future and shit like that.
I just pulled it up.
I forget the actual content, but it was my favorite thing to meme for like a year.
Oh, buddy.
But I think he's a guy that worked on that project, and he was just, you know,
tilted.
When people were starting to doubt it, he was like, listen. I was like, well, you don't get to make that call from where you sit, sir.
You have no. You want us to actually like you
this
right
is
now.
what Tim Sweeney does, which is like smell his own farts all day.
Oh,
shut the fuck up. And the way people react is the way they react, okay? You can't educate someone into fucking buying your product, okay?
100%. 110. Yeah, you can't bully them into it. Like.
Yeah. It's like, we're right. It's like, do you remember Xbox One? Do you remember how that went?
Yeah, Phil.
It was the wrong time, okay?
That was another Phil Harrison project.
Doesn't fucking matter.
That was another Phil Harrison project. Was the Xbox One?
Was it?
Yes. I'm almost positive.
Really?
I'm almost positive he was a part of the Xbox. Phil
I know Phil Spencer was still there. Or he took over slightly after?
I think he took over after.
I mean, I'm biased toward Philsies, so I don't know. But
Xbox, was it Xbox One?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they wanted to go discless, right?
Yeah.
They were like digital
Interview
only.
with Phil Harrison on Xbox One. Yep, that was him.
Oh, that's my favorite thing I've ever heard in my life.
He has been behind 3 failed projects. It was that, this, and then there was another one they were talking about on Reddit, and I can't think of the fucking name for it.
Look, I don't care. Right?
Right.
Don't care if the next thing he does is the most successful video game thing ever.
Yeah.
You still get them on the thing they're doing now.
Yeah.
People aren't ready.
Yeah.
That's just the way it goes.
I mean,
and I'm grateful that people like him exist to show us.
But the thing is, like, I think the world should have been ready. It was during a pandemic. People were stuck inside, and, like, you know, people were turning to digital
but the
media.
internet infrastructure, it's not a good enough experience reliably. Like, think about your internet.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Do you want to be playing games like that? No, you fucking don't.
No, I don't. I already stream with it that
that's
way. And
that's the thing
sad.
holding us back.
It makes me sad. Yeah, we need a
It's reliability and it's availability, right? Most of the country can't handle this shit, and even the ones that can, there's too many outages for it. I'm not trusting that shit.
Yeah. Jeff Keighley did an interview with him about it, and this is like the best thing. So Jeff Keighley, people have this fear. It's like, you know, I'm going to buy this, and Google's going to shut it down, and I'm not going to have access to it, or I'll want to be able to download it. Phil, Google is incredibly committed to this platform. Jeff Keighley, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the look on Jeff's face. It's just, fucking, it's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Smell your own farts.
Yeah, that's your
Phil.
response. Uh-oh.
Smell your own farts.
That's the guarantee. Whoopsies. That's an interview TKO.
Yeah, but the worst part about this whole shutdown was they literally announced it on their blog and a company-wide email at 8 a.m. that day. Nobody knew what was happening until that moment, and then it got announced like on a blog post, and then wildfire ignited. So some people didn't even know this was happening. And there was a ton of devs that had been working towards getting put onto Stadia, making the changes that they needed for Stadia. There was a few exclusives that came forward.
Look.
Yeah.
I get that it sucks.
Yeah.
But people in the games industry pretend like this isn't how it works every single place ever.
Right.
It is. Because as soon as they announce it way ahead of time, they feel you're not doing your best work. And by the way, you're not. And I kind of get it. That's how I would do it. Fucking you're fired. Bye.
It's just
that is the working contract you have. I understand it sucks, but it's if you leave, are you going to give them fucking... I mean, a lot of people give 2 weeks, but you literally don't have to.
No, you don't have to. It's just like getting fired. They don't have to give you 2 weeks. I think the biggest thing that was also fucked up about this was like people not knowing and losing their jobs now because of this. Because, well, I guess Google would just absorb them to.
It's fucked up in the way that every single company ending or project ending always ends up in this exact same way. So it's not especially that. It's just, another one of those. That sucks.
Yeah, I guess you're right in that sense. But it's still, I mean, at the end of the day, totally fucking sucks dick. But
I 100% agree. It sucks 1,000%.
Yeah.
Also, the way every single company operates.
Fuckers. Motherfuckers. And Phil's going to be fine and cozy still at Google and...
Oh, of course. Which is insane, dude. Stop taking game roles on this man. What has he done that's successful? Anything?
I don't know.
Phil, what's his name?
Phil Harrison. He also worked on Sony, and I think he was a part of the PlayStation 3 launch, which was a shit show.
Really?
I'm almost positive that was his other flounder. Because I know he worked at Xbox, and I know he worked at PlayStation. Yeah, he was...
How come he always leaves? He's never fired.
Probably because he's embarrassed, and they're like, hey, we can fire you, or you could quit on your own terms. What do you want?
But why protect this man still? I don't understand.
I don't know. He's Phil fucking Harrison. He's bald. He's like a wish version of Jeffrey Bezos. But, like, there was a lot of interesting things.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I had to. There was a lot of shit that also popped up out after this, like people coming forward. So, like, sources say that Stadia turned down an exclusive.
Whoa! Hold on. His Wikipedia entry says known for leading gaming companies or consoles and failing upwards. What?
Can we fail upwards, please?
That's what his Wikipedia says.
Oh, God bless the internet. God bless the internet.
Holy shit.
I mean, not wrong. Not wrong. Fail upwards.
Not wrong at all.
Absolutely not wrong at all. But one of the things that was leaked out after Stadia announced its launch or shutdown was that they turned down an exclusive Death Stranding follow-up from Kojima. Like, you know how many more people would have bought this stupid piece of shit if they
Stadia did this?
Stadia turned it down, yes. Kojima went to them and said, hey, I would like to do an exclusive follow-up to Death Stranding on your platform. And Stadia's like, nah.
Stadia's like, actually, Death Stranding wasn't as good as Metal Gear Solid, so we're going to hedge our bets elsewhere. And what?
Yeah.
A year and a half later, they're gone?
Yeah, pretty much. I think a fuck ton more people would have bought that. I remember when fucking everybody was smelling their own farts over fucking Death Stranding. They're like, oh my God, this is the best game
A lot
I
of
ever
people
played.
hated it, though.
Everybody that I went and watched and I unfollowed after shortly was like, this is the best game I've ever played this year. And it's like,
that's so
you're
weird.
just walking in a circle. Nothing's happened.
Yeah.
It's like, shut the fuck up.
Why is Conan O'Brien in this?
Why can't I look at his pee-pee without him flipping me off? I mean, come on. Anyway.
How come Guillermo del Toro's likeness is in this, but his voice isn't? What the fuck is going on? It's crazy. What a weird game.
What a fucking... That's a cringe game. That's definitely a cringy game. But...
I agree.
I mean...
I'm glad it exists, but it's... Yeah, I agree.
Fucking... Somebody needs to take Kojima's leash and pull it out a little bit. Like, come on. Come on. I know you could do it. You just gotta fucking do it. One of my friends, Jay... showed off his Google Stadia and he finally opened it after it was announced.
Wait, opened his Google Stadia?
Yeah, he never opened it once.
Did it come with a thing?
It came with a controller.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it came with like its own controller thing.
Because I had a trial. Obviously, there was nothing
Yeah.
physical about that. But I forgot they had it as a controller.
Yeah,
Oh, that's weird.
He bought like the whole thing. He bought into the whole thing, and yeah, he's like, oh, I can't wait to play this finally. But there was so many things like promised about it. I feel like it was like a No Man's Sky situation where it was just like, oh, we're promising to do this, so we're promising to do that, and blah 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 blah, and like, it was really funny because like. Just going through all the posts on Twitter and like they locked down the subreddit because obvious reasons. But like going through like their social media, they're like, can we get a Stadia port? And they were like posting like 2 or 3 days before and people were like just roasting the shit out of them afterwards. It's like they didn't fucking know. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, I know Tangled Towers was one of them, and, like, a couple of other ones. There was, like, a Lego game, and then the fucking racy game, stupid shit. The one that Ludwig and Saikun are obsessed with, and I can't think of the fucking name. But yeah, it was, it's gone. We never have to talk about it again.
Thank God.
Thank fucking God. It's over.
Now revealed is the Stadia 2. This time it's a video game console. Can you imagine if it was a physical thing now?
Oh my God, exactly. Yeah, like a bunch of people were posting on it. My favorite was hard drives thing about it where they said Google Stadia shuts down shocking gamers who had assumed they already done that.
Wow.
I fucking love hard drive. It's the best.
Hard drive is the best. Yeah, I agree.
It's absolutely
Phil Kaplowitz or whatever the fuck his name is. Good guy.
Good fucking guy. Good fucking guy. Anyway, that's it for the news. Fuck Stadia. Good night. Never. I was gonna say good night, sweet prince, but you know,
Oh,
who gives a shit about
yeah.
that thing? Fucking
Yeah.
pee on its fucking ashes or some shit.
I mean, I don't have any ill feelings towards Stadia other than the smug motherfuckers who worked on it.
Yeah.
Like, if it was just a humble thing, like, we're trying some shit.
Yeah.
I guess that's not how revolutions get started,
No.
right? And that's what they thought they were doing.
Yeah.
But it turns out no. And it's fun to hate on that because I didn't have to do anything.
I think you have to be somewhat humble and somewhat, like, confident in your humbleness, if that makes sense, in order to do something. If you're, like, fucking turning into a cult mentality about this, it's like, yes, I am the greatest. Yes. And you start fucking drinking your own Kool-Aid. That's where you have an issue. Like,
yeah, I wonder how much of that is Google culture. Like, you're probably required pretty heavily to believe in the thing you're doing, you know?
maybe I feel like they would be much.
Because, like, how else are the weird psycho higher-ups believe you, you know? They're like, he's so enthusiastic about this project. They're all fucking aliens
lie.
over there.
They're all fucking aliens.
They are, dude. They don't have human emotions. They're just crazy.
Hi, I'm Phil Harrison, and I've been on fucking 3 Failing
Hey,
Presidents.
guys. Good project meeting today. Okay. I'm going to go power down. I mean, take a nap.
The only
Video game industry is crazy.
It's fucking
And
insane.
it makes it fun to have a podcast about it.
yes,
So I guess I'm happy that it's this way.
and I'm drunk.
Okay. Good contribution, buddy.
Look, listen, I did my research. Fuck you.
No, I agree, but this sentence after mine was crazy. You're starting to act like one of the Google execs.
Do you want to
They're
fight
always
me?
drunk.
I will fight you, and I will not use all my robot moves on you.
You won't?
Maybe I will.
Seems hard if you have those robot moves that you would have to use them.
I would have to use them for evil.
Especially if you need them. It's like, maybe I won't use them, but if I need them, I would.
I feel like if I was a robot, I would have to use them for evil. I would lose all
Like, if
humanity.
If you know Muay Thai, it's not like you can hold that back in a fight if you're really going to get hurt.
Yeah.
You would have to use it.
Yeah. Speaking of robots and cyber psychos, did you watch? I know that this is the end of the podcast. For the normal people, you
Yes.
can leave now.
Goodbye, normies. Hello, cool.
Yeah,
people.
hello, cool people. Did you watch Cyberpunk yet?
No.
I watched the end and I cried.
What?
Yeah,
Huh. All right.
it was good. It was.
That's supposed to convince me to watch
It's
it.
so good, Portz. It's probably the best anime I've watched in a while.
What?
I didn't like Arcane, but I liked
Did you?
this.
What?
Yeah.
I fucking.
Choo choo.
I don't know what to say to you. I guess I have to watch it so I can prove you wrong.
Yeah, you can fight me. We'll fight.
We'll fight with words.
Robot powers.
No.
Yeah.
No robot
God
powers.
damn it,
Only
fine!
alien powers.
Alien?
Magic and alien powers are totally fine.
I have lots of alien
But
power.
no robots.
I'm sorry.
All
I'm
right.
from space. It's just how it is.
Evil space bunny. Oh shit! Right.
Get fucked. All right.
The only thing in my name is I'm real.
You're Portz. You like beep bop boop. It's
Which means I can physically be hurt. All right.
Somebody's just gonna change your number. Anyway, good night, everyone.
Thanks for listening.
Okay, bye.
Or whatever.
Fuck.